Hey guys and girls, my name's Dan and welcome back to The Forge. In this episode, trust me, I'm a blacksmith. Let's finish these bladesmithing tongs. So if you like the look of these bladesmith tongs, watch the rest of the video and find out how you can win them. Yeah, see you in a bit. So part one, I'll put a link in the description below and there'll be a link at the end. We made these blanks. These are quite versatile. You can make these into lots of different things. You can make them into bolt tongs if you do a different end on them. You can do scrolling pliers and all sorts of things with these. So these are a great little blank to learn how to make, and they're relatively simple. So if you go and watch part one, you'll find out how to make this bit. In this episode, I'm going to drill a hole. Normally I would punch a hole, but for this, I'm going to drill them because they're quite thin. I'm going to drill a hole in these. I'm then going to bolt them together, and then I'm going to set up the reins, set up the nibs and the reins, and then just have a good old tidy up, and then they'll be finished. So yeah, I'm going to get on with that now. Okay, so the next job is to find the centre of these hinge plates, and you can do this two ways. You can guess, or if you would like to be a bit more accurate, you need to draw a line from the corner of the start of the nib to the corner of the back of the hinge plate or the start of the rein, and then the centre of this curve to the centre of this curve, and you draw across like so, and that there should be somewhere in the middle-ish, like so. So I'm going to then get a centre punch, ta-da, and a hammer. Where's a hammer? Oh, there's one. I'm going to get a centre punch and a hammer, and just pop that on there like that. Just give it a tap. Looks fairly good in the middle there. Another tap. And then I'm just going to do the same on this one. So I'm going to just come across like so. And then like that. We want to be aiming somewhere around there. Pretty good to me. That's a bit high. That's better. Okay, just like that. Right, I'm going to drill this hole. Right, so just got a block of wood and I'm going to run a pilot through. Oh, it says wind her up. Just run a pilot through first of all. Okay, so I'm going to drill these out to 8.5 so they can receive an 8mm rivet. Okay, so they're done. So I've got both of these holes drilled, and I just grabbed a bolt. This is a bit long, but they go like so. If he knows how to use nuts. Right. Okay, so that sits like that. Right, so that's basically a pair of tongs. So now what I need to do is, first of all, set these so that they can take 30mm. So these need opening out ever so slightly. They need a little kink putting in them. Like so. And then after the kink's been put in, they then need bending round this way, like so. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure them here now, and just sort of hope that they're in the same place when I come to bend them. So we just need to measure these, which is going to be quite easy. It doesn't matter now how you set up the geometry. You can follow this if you like, but it's probably going to be wrong and I'm going to end up messing about with it later anyway. So I've done 30mm or about 1.5 inches. just pop a centre centre dot mark there, like so. And then I'm just going to lay this one on top. So I'm going to lay this on top, get this point together the same, and just do a little chalk line up here on the back side so that they're in the same place. And then again, just take the centre dot and just mark that off there. Right, so I'm going to put these in the fire and start bending these up. Okay, so I'm just going to take her up to an orange. Just take her over a corner, just where the hinge plates start on the nib. I'm just going to give it a little crack like so it kinks over. Then come over to the other side of the anvil and take it back. It's not much of a jog, but it's only a little one, but that's so we can get our stock in later. Okay, just like that. So same again. Just match those up. Then just what I'm going to do just quickly is bolt these back together. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my beautiful assistant, Dan. You just hold the end of that for me, I don't think it's hot. He's going to lay it in between there, like so. Not too high up, just there, that's it. Okay. I'll tell you what else. Oh no, just hold that one more time, please. Yep. Okay, so that's set up the size for the bar stock. I'm going to take the bolt out now and then I'm going to put these 90s in. Right, so the next bit you're going to need a vise for. I'm going to just trap the centre dot mark. Oh, I'll do this. Just going to trap the centre dot mark so I can just see it above the jaw. And then I'm going to take this nib and bend him over so he's about 90. Like so. Straighten him up on the vise, on the anvil. So do that again. I'm just going to place this in here on the vise, just so that centre dot mark's just there. Take my hammer. It's a bit cold, but it'll be alright for this. And now just square him up. Like so. Because this is going to hold quite small stock, I'm literally just going to come over to the vise, place it in where the start of the 90 is, and bring that over another 90 degrees, so you should end up with something that looks a bit like that. Now I'll do the other side. It's the same again. I'm just going to take the nib so it sits with the stock just flush here, and then bring that down. It will bend up a little bit, just like so. Just bolt these back together again. Okay. Grab stock. Now the next thing to do is to bend these tabs over, but as you can see they're considerably longer than needed. So I'm just going to grab a hacksaw. Yeah, I'm just going to grab a hacksaw and I'm going to cut those off and bend them down as well. Possibly. So grab your lovely assistant once more. This takes a bit of fiddling. Right. Release. Right, so Dan's going to hold that for me again. Not too far in. That's it. Got it. Okay, so what I've just gone and done is I've just taken a slightly colder heat and I'm just going to square each side off. Looking nice and tidy, make sure that everything fits really nicely, and just keep, as if I was working a square corner, just make sure that everything sits nice and tidy, and as you can see I can transfer a lot of energy into those without them moving around too much. So all I need to do now is set up the reins because they're a bit close together, and when they come out they should look something like that. Okay, so I've just come over to this engineer's vise. Just going to use a rasp just to take off So I made myself a little rivet, and basically how I did this was with a rivet snap. That goes on the anvil. You pop your starting stock like that in there, then you hit it with a hammer. You hit it with a hammer, and that sort of upsets the end and puts a little sharp edge on it, and then that becomes your rivet, like so. It's a bit tight. It'll obviously go through when I hammer it on after it gets hot, but I like to personally I like to put the rivet all the way through and upset both sides on the anvil, but this is the way you do it with a snap. This is the correct way. So basically, yeah, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the rivet hot and rivet these together. Okay, so the battery just died on the camera whilst I was filming the riveting. I'm very sorry. I'll just go over that again. I don't have any luck doing riveting. So basically what I did was I pushed the side through that had already been riveted over. I got it hot, I forged the other side down until it was similar, and then when it was hot, still a bit warm on the hinge, I give it a bit of a wiggle. So now this all fits together nicely, like so. But these reins are too close together, so I need to I need to set this up ever so slightly. So I need to bring the reins out a little bit, or bring these jaws in together a bit more, so I've got something to squeeze. So it's there pretty much now, so we've got something we can use. I'm just going to adjust these reins up so that they work a bit better, and then so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take this stop that I want it to hold, and I'm going to grab a piece of 10mm thick bar, just a spacer, and just give these nibs a hammer down whilst this space is in. Right, just like that. So that off, so that when everything's all nice and cooled off, so now I've got a better hand gap up here, so I can apply some pressure. Just give that a nice bit of a dress up, just like so. Now I just need to set the reins up a bit further back here. Just going to do that now, and then they're pretty much done. Okie smokies. Right then. So first thing to do is bend these. Bend these across ever so slightly. Like so, and then turn these around the other way and bend these out like that, so that they line up. Let's just do the other side. And the same on the opposite side. So I'm just going to grab tongs and come this way first, and turn it through 90 degrees, and that way, so that they line up nicely, like so. Right, grab these, quench these off, and just retie. Okay, so tongs are done. I've got this 01 in here, and I'm just going to do a bit of forging on the end of there to show you how they look. But they come out really nice. I'm really happy with them. They're quite lightweight. They're definitely just for small knife making. They're not for anything. You know, I wouldn't particularly use these under a power hammer or anything. But I'm going to give her a bit of a forge, to put a bit of a point on the end of there and see how she looks. So I hope you enjoyed that video. These work really well. I'm super pleased with them. They hold the stock both in that direction and this way. And I hope I explained this bit okay in this video and the riveting part. If you're having trouble with rivets, you can always use, I've left it somewhere. You could always use a nut and bolt and then just a bolt and just forge one end over. Now I find that they work quite well. Yeah, but once you practice this a bit, you can probably make these in 45 minutes. This is a really quick, easy pair of tongs to make, and you can turn them into pickup tongs, or you can make them into bolt tongs if you just do nibs slightly differently. Yeah, so once you know how to do it, they're pretty easy to make, and I really rate them. So good luck if you are going to try and make them. And yeah, just if you have any questions, chuck them in the comments below. I'll try and answer them as soon as I can. If you like these tongs and you'd like to win them, you can. The first thing you have to do is subscribe, and the second thing is you need to put in the comments what you think the greatest tool, the greatest object for a beginner blacksmith to forge to make money out of. So hooks or candle holders or, well, whatever you think is great, chuck it in there. And I'm going to start a new series called the greatest items to make for a beginner blacksmith who wants to make money. At craft fairs or on the internet or on their website or whatever. So basically that's what I'm going to do. So chuck your comments down below, and then in a couple of days, a week or so, I will pick someone and you will win these bladesmithing tongs, and they will be yours to keep forever, and I will send them anywhere in the world, alright? Don't eat my anvil stand! So, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. I make videos as often as possible. So if you are not subscribed, why not subscribe? It really does help. Also, if you ring that bell for notifications, it tells you whenever I make a video, and I make videos as often as humanly possible. Things are a bit easier now, so hopefully I'll be able to put a bit more content out. Isn't that right, Kimby? And then chuck comments down below. I love hearing from you guys, and I try to reply to everyone. You know, the first week of the video going up, I try and reply to everyone. So yeah, that's everything, I think. So I will chuck a link to part 1 of this video up here, and I will chuck another link down here to this style tongs down here, so you know how to make all the tongs you would ever want to make. Remember, put the comment in for this, and I will see you later. Bye guys, thanks for watching. Oh, I can be.